Heard the
The
motion,
vote on
any
the clean elections
discussion?
bill, I see
Hearing
on
none,
Wednesday,
Madam Chair, please call the roll.
Here we go.
No.
Contreras, no.
May I explain my vote?
Dalessandro, Democrat.
Since it costs me more to serve in this body than I make, I prefer to be called a public servant rather than a politician, because that is what I am, a public servant.
Right on, Senator.
Clean Elections assists me and other women and minorities to run for office, people who might not otherwise run. By not accepting PAC money, I am not beholden to any special interest group, and I value that independence that brings me here. We talked about permanent early voting before. I believe that and clean elections are one of the two best things that this state has to offer. Very, very good policy, very good. Last campaign, I received 3 PAC checks from supporters who didn't know I was a clean elections candidate. One of the checks, I'm still happy to have that group's endorsements. The others would have tied my hands on votes if I accepted that. You know, and I just thank God that I was a clean elections candidate and that I was very easy, didn't need the money. I had to, give it back. My district, 33% of the children live in poverty. The kids in public school that are going to public school, the number is much higher. I don't have access to a lot of money in my district. Many candidates are in this situation. And with so many people in my district living in poverty, and also with a lot of retired people on fixed incomes, it makes gathering the big bucks really, really difficult for some candidates who are good candidates but not connected to the money streams. We are required by our Arizona Constitution to not only support K-12 but universities, and this body over the last several years, and it looks like this year, will be continuing to fail them. The voters have spoken on this issue, and they continue to speak, and if anybody wants to look at my email, I will open that up to anyone to look at. No one is saying vote for this. Everyone in my district is writing me to say to support clean elections. The process of getting $305 contributions takes some time. I am the first person. I'm usually the first person in the file to file, but only because I want to get it out of the way that I can concentrate on my legislative duties. It is a job to verify all of those contributions, and also to participate in the clean elections debate. We saw last election, so many candidates just refused to speak in public at all. I guess that's their right, but it wasn't really good for the voters. I'm very happy to participate in that. I'm also very happy to provide a 200-word summary of why people should vote for me. I think clean elections is one of the best things that we have in the state, and I think we should all support it. And with that, I vote no.
Thank you, Senator.
Yes.
That was a Democrat, by the way.
Mr. Chairman, explain my vote, please.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. I
Senator
also
Quezada, Democrat.
got my start in politics thanks to clean elections. My first race I ran as a clean elections candidate, and I can say that without the help of clean elections, I don't know if I would be here today. So I'm very thankful for the opportunity that clean elections gave me, and I'm very thankful that it gave me the opportunity to run as a candidate who wasn't beholden to any special interests or any monetary interests that were thrown my way because of campaign donations. Aside from that, though, it's a fair question to ask voters if they still support clean elections. I think that's very fair. But if we are going to ask voters that question, we should do it in a fair way. And in proposing them the choice between clean elections versus education, that is not a fair question to the voters. And I think in a lot of ways, it puts the voters in a real position where again, we aren't being fair to them to pose that question in that way. Voters may may want that money to go to a number of other places. We talked earlier in this committee about areas where money should be going, state money should be going to help the mentally ill, to help the homeless, to help, and there's lots of other areas as well, where that money could be going, where voters might want that money to go. The appropriate question to the voters should be clean elections, yes or no, up or down, straight question. That money should go back to the general fund, and then we should propose another question to them to say, now that we have extra money, where should that money go? But to put the choice between education or clean elections is very unfair to the voters, and I cannot support that question. So I will vote no.
Thank you, Senator Quezada.
Aye.
Quezada, another real Democrat.
Aye.
Aye.
Members voted 4 ayes, 3 nays, 0 not voting. Return SCR 1001 with the due pass recommendation.
So unfortunately, it passed.
Last bill on
Out
the
of this
agenda,
committee.
I believe.